Happy Monday and welcome to your daily tarot reading with me. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your reading for Monday, September 20th, 2021. We have a full moon in Pisces today, so if you are feeling emotional, if you are feeling heightened or sensitive, take a breath. The moon is in Pisces. It's a little intense and you are totally normal in feeling that way. You should be. Pisces is about your emotions and your intuition, your empathy, your dreams and desires. So all of those areas of your life are heightened while we are also in Virgo season. And Virgo has to do with our work. It has to do with our relationships, our health, our well-being, the physical, the practical. And so we're taking these emotions in this intuition and this guidance and this compassion and we're applying it to those areas of our life. So as we've seen coming up in the past couple weeks in our readings, there's a big push on our relationships, and the number one relationship being the one with ourselves, our relationship with our money, our relationship, I think I said our work, also, our friendships, our partnerships, diving deeper in our friendships and achieving a level that is less surface and more grounded in our spiritual peace and presence. We also want to, take a look at also our relationship with our work, but are we living our life's purpose? Are we aligned with what we're doing? Do we feel lit up? Do we feel joy? Are we leading by satisfaction when it comes to our work? And it doesn't mean that we need to stop what we're doing and make our hobby become our work, or follow an influencer and quit your job and start crafting. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of energy. But are you doing something that satisfies you, that you can get up every day and enjoy what you're doing and doing it? And if we're living that already, we're going to feel a heightened sense of positivity and excitement and energy to keep going and pushing. And if we're maybe not aligned with that, we are going to feel a little pushback, a little tension. There is a lot of aspects astrologically pulling on a lot of tension right now, so we'll feel that internally. You'll see that in the world. Again, it's a full moon and the crazies always come out. So when you're out and about in the public today, interacting with other people, keep that in the back of your mind that they are also feeling heightened. They are also feeling emotional. The moon in Pisces is strong for everybody. Pisces being an extremely emotional sign and place to live, and a lot of us sometimes trouble with acknowledging those emotions. Hold on, I'm gonna pick up all my cards that fell down. I was called to use this deck, and I think she's just getting everything scrambled around for us. So take some moment today and reflect on those areas. Reflect on your work, your relationships, what you can do to make them better, what kind of intentions you wish to set to improve those areas. If we're feeling not fulfilled, or we don't feel the satisfaction, or you're not feeling the joy like I'm speaking about, maybe that's an indication that's something for you to explore. While the moon is in opposition with the sun and it is lit up in the sky, it illuminates the dark spaces inside of us, right? So our shadows, what we've been hiding. And as we've been I had this conversation the other day with a really close friend of mine, as everybody is stepping into their power, it's like we're doing it at a pace that we can't ignore these aspects inside of ourselves that fester fear and insecurity, right? That's what we're letting go of today. We're letting go of old beliefs, old ideologies, old thought patterns, ways of living, the way we were going after our desires, the way that we were putting in work in our life. We're letting that go and we're releasing that with this full moon as it's lit up inside of us. So don't be scared. Don't get nervous about what pops up today. You feel yourself a little up and down. Take a breath. Take 3 breaths. Write it down, release it, and kind of just walk away. Start start a new task, get your mind in a new direction, because it's kind of going to be that type of day, but it's really going to bring significant change forward. This new moon, or this full moon specifically, is called the harvest moon. So we are harvesting, and reaping what we've been sowing. We're harvesting the seeds that we're planting so we can go into the fall and kind of, fall away and shed those things that no longer belong inside of us and create more space for what is to come, because we have a lot coming up in the next couple months astrologically that's going to be intense. This sparks an intensity of things. And we have Mercury retrograde coming up. We're going into Libra season this week. There's a lot of things moving pretty quickly, but we're ready for it. And as we again stand more authentically in our power, there's no longer we can push this off. It is kind of in our face. So if there's something that you've been pushing off and it is screaming at you today is the day to take a look at that, examine that, do something with it. Yeah. Yes. Because, oh my God, we have Justice here at the bottom. Libra, going into Libra season. Okay, so our full moon reading for today, we have 3 cards. We have the Emperor in the reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Wands. All right, so let's start with the Emperor. We have the Emperor in reverse. And when the Emperor is this way, he has just kind of went into battle in the old way of looking at, kind of made destruction and cleared out everything that he didn't want. Everything that wasn't working, the civilization, he got rid of it, was not for him, right? So he's created all this space, has to do with Aries. Aries in Mars is a really, it's about your desires, it's about your passions, it's a little aggressive, a little assertive, a little just straightforward to the point. It's a fire sign, so think that. With him being upright, people, they're not a biggest fan of the Emperor, but he really serves a purpose as to like building the foundation that you wish to build the rest of your life on, right? And it's in reverse. So when we're talking about the full moon and what we need to release, we are releasing these foundations that are shaky, that are what are causing the imbalance, and for us to not feel the peace inside of us. We're acknowledging them today, we're reflecting on them, and we're letting them go kind of once and for all, because we can acknowledge with the awareness that holding on to these things or having an emotional attachment to this foundation is not going to serve us in the long run, and is not going to serve our desires and our passions to sit on comfortably and securely. They're way bigger and stronger and hold more weight than this foundation can hold. So we have to release it. We have to create space ourselves, within ourselves, not outwardly in the physical, but inside in our spiritual. So when we're talking about the full moon, it's very reflective. It's very in your inner world, right? Like the sun, I like to think of, I wouldn't say your ego, but the outside, the way you feel, the way you present yourself. And the moon is all about your inner world and your emotions. So that's what we are highlighted today, going into the Nine of Cups, as we release that foundation, as we let go of that power, that idea that like we know it all, and this foundation I built back then can still hold now. You're a new person. You went through new challenges. You experienced a new journey, you learned new lessons, that you can look back and acknowledge that that foundation isn't what's going to serve you in the long run, right? It's knowing that you're going to fail at everything you start, but what you pick up and you learn along the way is what makes you stronger going forward. So now we're sitting here as the Nine of Cups, which is just like the Make-A-Wish card, which I love this for today. So as you release things, you get wish it. You make wishes on the manifestations that you're ready to bring in. You created this space so you can do it. When in traditional tarot, when we're looking at this card, we're talking about a pub lord sitting in front of the bar, looking at his full bar, super excited, and him feeling like every single cup, every single wish and desire is filled, right? And he's so happy. He's feeling gratitude. He's feeling grateful for the people in his bar. I want to say her dress reminds me of a ballerina, so we could say ballerina. She just performed, and she's sitting on stage, and she has all these cups behind her that are full because she put in the effort. She took the time to learn, to build, to grow, to study. And that's what we're doing. Again, cups are water sign that, are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Congruent with this energy. And we're talking about our desires, we're talking about our emotions and our intuition. Again, with this blue cloak over the table, that's intuition and clarity. It's bringing this into our life. And she's sitting here just like arms crossed, just happy and content that everything is happening the way that it should. And her manifestations are coming in, and she's giving them the time. She's having the patience. And so she's sitting there. She's sitting there patient, waiting for it, because this is number 9 being spirituality and completion. So she's patient in this completion of the cycle as she's watching all of her manifestations come in to this physical reality like we are. Maybe that's, we're moving, we've got a new job, we are finally aligned with our purpose, we, reached a goal that we've been working hard towards, we, took a chance on ourselves and started a new business. We opened up our own pub, we opened up our own dance studio, something that has been in the works for a long time, and you're just taking a moment to appreciate it. And that is a great space to be in, the space of appreciation and satisfaction and love for yourself, the world, and others, and what we have going on around us. Is what creates the life that we want to live. And it goes first by giving that love to you, and that's what she did here. And then you see that love pour out all around you, and it's about choosing to live. I'm gonna get a little wooey. And you hear people talk about it sometimes, living in that 3D or that 5D. You can allow yourself to be stuck here in the 3D, in the physical, tangible things, and all the stuff that is horrible and terrible and miserable and hard to change and hard to move and hard to operate. When we're operating here, change is very slow. And when we can move into this 5D, this place of gratitude, this place of satisfaction, this place of knowing that, everything is happening the way it should be, and to have patience with yourself and to have patience with your goals, and to take time on the things that really matter to you, and to take time for your peace and putting your peace above anything else, respecting that boundary for your peace, is this 5D kind of way of life, this way of, acknowledging that yes, there are all these things and there are all these realities that exist, but my reality doesn't have to be this miserable one, and I am choosing me, right? Then we have the King of Wands here at the end, which is like, I feel like mirrors this Emperor in this 9 of Cups in the bottom, and it really is, I feel like, this growth of moving from this mindset of like me, I have to have it and it has to happen this way, and I'm kind of going to be a little assertive and aggressive about it, and upside down to I've grown and I've become more aware, and I understand that the way that I can lead my kingdom and the way I can lead my life doesn't have to be in an assertive, aggressive way where, my fear, my insecurities are leading. It's in a more grounded place where I am confident and I am secure in the kingdom that I've built for myself, that I don't need to go off and kill everybody that, doesn't like what I have to say or doesn't like, the guidance that I'm giving. The King of Wands is, also a fire element. So we are talking about Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So there could be somebody in your life, a masculine energy coming in today to provide some type of insight, give some type of help you release. Maybe there's a relationship specifically with a fire sign that it's time for us to release and let go, or it's time for us to release some issues of the past that we've had with other people, to accept this new energy this new energy of abundance and excitement. Wands have to do with, they're a fire sign, they have to do with, energy and movement, about manifestations, bringing them from our dreams and into this reality. They have to do with, getting things flowing and moving, abundance, excitement, your confidence, your strength, your will, your desires. It's all of these things are impacted in the fact that we are releasing so much today, and then bringing in this energy, and what we release, we make space for all this energy to come in. It's like we're stopping the focus of one thing over here. which is the past and things that we can't change, and what we're going to do in the future, and our worries and our stress and our anxiety, and we don't realize that it keeps us blocked from being here, from being in this place of creating, from getting the answers that we are wishing to receive, from finding the plan on what to do next, of being comfortable in the peace and not looking for chaos, to be getting our brain out of survival mode and just living in a more congruent flow of us. It's so amazing that this full moon is bringing that to us. So it's intense, it's in Pisces, you're really going to be in your emotions, and for those who that's not their favorite thing, today is going to feel difficult, but do not act on the extremes. Allow that to be a guide and a signal to what needs to be worked on. If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling on edge, that's a signal that there's something inside of you that you're not listening to, and it's acting out outwardly again, right into this physical. When we look at the King of Wands, very androgynous in this deck, and I love it, but sitting on a yellow throne, there's a symbol of a lion in the background. So allow your power to, speak your truth, live your purpose, and embody that energy of a Leo. Embody what it means to stand confidently in who you are, and not scared of what others are going to say about you, and not scared of how you're perceived or what the world has to, what their view is of you. You know who you are today and tomorrow and all the days ahead. Blanked out there. She's sitting on this yellow throne, meaning happiness, satisfaction. She's got these red pants on, meaning that the life that you're walking and living and leading is one for your desires, is one of that. And then we have we have Justice here. And, I love this. Justice, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like your work and your relationships that are really that are really here for you, coming into you, and Justice here at the bottom, signaling this balance, this weighing of the scales, that we're finally understanding how to bring this peace into our life. And when peace comes, to acknowledge it as peace and not to see it as conflict, because there's a lot of us out here that are, me, myself included, that almost like addicted to chaos. That when we feel this peace and this change in our environment and this change within ourselves that brings peace, it almost makes us feel chaotic, because we're so used to, needing to be somewhere, needing to produce a certain volume, needing to have spread our time in so many different places, that we didn't ever have time for ourselves. To finally have that time with ourselves can feel chaotic, but we're getting more comfortable with that. We're staying grounded in our peace and our presence, and we're allowing this loving energy for ourselves, this loving energy for others, this loving energy for our work, what we're doing, our purpose, to kind of come and take the lead. And when we do that, we receive everything that we need to. We receive all the ideas, all the information, all the thoughts that help us progress forward to our goals from the divine, from our higher self, from, the God and the goddess within you. And so it's a really beautiful day to get in touch with that, and to strengthen the relationship of you. And even she here is cloaked in a red coat, a red fuzzy coat. She's so comfy, and she's allowing her desires and what fires her up, what fuels her inside, to be what brings this peace. So I am super excited for this day. This is a really good day to get out there. We're gonna get out there, but go in there and look at what this full moon is lighting up inside of you. So make sure you ask yourself those questions. What are you setting your intentions for today? Are we being authentic? Are we leading a life that we love and that matches our desires? Is the person that we see in the future the same person we are now? And what are the steps that we can take to get closer to that version of us? So take some time today, reflect, let go, cleanse your space. I did a full cleanse before I started filming these videos today, and find that joy and that gratitude for what you got going on and where you are. Do not let social media, your friends, your family derail you from what you know is true inside of you. Your intuition is telling you this. And so just listen. All right, that is where I'm going to leave it, you guys. I hope you have a happy Monday and a great full moon. If you would like a reading with me, everything is in the description. I hope you have a great day. All right, I love you. Bye.